All right, let's talk about how the Korean media reacted to J-Hope's Seoul concert for Hope on the Stage. On day three, J-Hope had a press meeting with Korean journalists, and he actually handed out personally written letters. And the thing is, each letter was uniquely written for each journalist, and there were articles written about it, and it was pretty cool because this level of sincerity isn't something you would see often in the industry, and it speaks a lot about the kind of artist J-Hope is, right? And that got me thinking, all right, I want to see what these journalists, they experienced the concert and what did they have to say about the experience. So I've gone through many of the articles, and there were a lot of articles written about it, and I've selected some of the notable ones and some of my favorite ones, and in this video we're gonna talk about them, right? And as much as I know how a lot of international fans and Korean fans too hate Korean media and do not distrust them, media is still important and influential in terms of informing the public of what's going on. And in this case, their direct experiences about the concert also could have impact on the public perception. So here we go. Let's start with actually articles talking about the letters, handwritten letters. Okay, this one is from News One, journalist named An Tae-hyun. BTS J-Hope shares heartfelt message in handwritten letter ahead of first solo world tour. J-Hope met with reporters before his concert to share his thoughts on embarking on his first solo world tour. As he was busy with preparations, he conveyed his message through a handwritten letter. What stood out was that each of the dozens of reporters received a uniquely written letter, drawing special attention. In his letter, J-Hope expressed, "I'm delighted to greet you all through a concert after such a long time. Thank you once again for making this moment shine as the final show in Seoul and the beginning of my world tour." It continued, "I hope this concert allows you to learn more about me as J-Hope and grow even more fond of my journey. The Hope on the Stage World Tour will continue, and I will be grateful for your continued support along the way." And yeah, the letter is written in Korean in a very respectful tone. Another article by journalist named Simon-kyung from Cookie News, the media is called. J-Hope shares heartfelt handwritten letter ahead of her solo world tour. Excited and thrilled to be back on stage. After completing his military service, BTS J-Hope embarks on a solo journey, expressing his gratitude to the press with a heartfelt handwritten letter at his concert. On March 2nd, ahead of the third show of his Hope on the Stage concert at KSPO Dome in Seoul's Olympic Park, J-Hope met with reporters. Dressed in a red stage outfit symbolizing the theme of the show, he greeted each reporter warmly and personally handed them a handwritten letter. What made it even more special was that every letter contained a unique message tailored to each recipient, leaving a lasting impression. In his letter, J-Hope expressed, "Thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming to see my concert on this precious weekend and for your incredible support." He continued, "It feels exciting and thrilling to be back on stage after such a long time. I've poured my heart into preparing for this concert, and I hope you enjoy it to the fullest without any regrets." He also added, "Please look forward to the upcoming Hope on the Stage World Tour and my new song, Sweet Dreams." Yeah. That's pretty awesome. And we know how busy he was preparing for the concert, but he still made time to write these letters himself and in a different way for each letter. And that just shows how humble he is, right? And what kind of character he has, right, as a person. And I don't know, if I were a journalist, I would be super impressed and touched by this sincerity, And I'm sure that will have positive impact on the tone of the articles that we write about the concert. So let's see. Let's read some of the reviews. I'm going to begin with this one by 중앙일보, which is one of the major media companies in Korea. A journalist named Hwang Ji-young. Okay, let's see. The title, J-Hope, delights the audience with a handwritten letter and a sneak peek of his new song. BTS J-Hope held its J-Hope World Tour Hope on the Stage in Seoul from February 28th to March 2nd at KSPO Dome in Songpa, Seoul. It's been so long since our last full group concert, and I never expected this much support. I couldn't be happier knowing that fans appreciate the sincerity behind my performances. The best isn't me, it's ARMY. J-Hope shared these heartfelt words on stage during the final show of his first solo world tour, Hope on the Stage. The three-day concert, which began on February 28th, saw all 37,500 tickets sell out instantly during the fan club pre-sale. Additionally, the event was live-streamed worldwide in 8 languages on Weverse, ensuring that global armies could tune in. Notable attendees included fellow BTS member Jin and TV personality Jonathan. Where is it? I had it right here. Yeah. Seokjin, and he had a Jonathan with him, right? Cool. Let's see. Right here. J-Hope is the second BTS member to embark on a solo tour following Suga in 2023. Since his military discharge in October last year, he has been busy working on new music and preparing for this concert. I was nervous right up until the moment I stepped on stage, but seeing ARMY instantly calmed me. You're like my own personal remedy. Performing with you gives me strength and energy. This is where I'm happiest, he expressed. The excitement surrounding BTS' first performance in 2 years drew fans from all over the world. A Chinese fan in her 20s, Lin Shui, arrived at the venue dressed in a black and red hip-hop style outfit, inspired by J-Hope's concert poster. Probably this one they're referring to, right? I love BTS so much that I decided to study abroad in Korea, she shared. Meanwhile, a New Zealand army attending her first BTS-related concert said, I became a fan in May 2023 after watching old dance practice videos of the members during their military service. Their music has been a great source of comfort for me. Even J-Hope himself couldn't hide his excitement. Meeting with reporters an hour before the final show, he warmly greeted them despite the rainy weather. Thank you for coming all this way despite the rain, he said. He also handed out handwritten letters, writing, a concert shines the brightest when there's great music, great dancing, and a great audience. Each and every one of you fuels my passion, and I'm grateful for your presence. So you can see that these 3 letters, at least 3 that were revealed through the media, are all different, so just really cool. All right. J-Hope's setlist reflected his musical journey from past releases like Daydream, which portrays his dreams he wants to experience as his real self, Chung Ho-seop, to Chicken Noodle Soup, his first solo Hot 100 entry, Billboard Hot 100 entry, which highlights his love for dance and ambition. He also performed tracks from his 2022 debut album, Jack in the Box, and gave fans a special treat by premiering Sweet Dreams, his new single is set to be released on March 7th at 2 p.m. KST. Featuring American R&B singer Miguel, Sweet Dreams is a heartfelt love song that J-Hope first teased on the NBC show I Live Alone, 나 혼자 산다. Known for showcasing his strengths in hip-hop, J-Hope took on a fresh challenge with the pop R&B genre for this track. After my discharge, I thought a lot about what kind of music I wanted to create. I realized that love is something we often lack in today's world, even though it's such a simple emotion. That's why I decided to write a proper love song, he explained. J-Hope also shared a fun anecdote from the second night of the concert, revealing that one of his junior soldiers had managed to secure a ticket and attend. I was so shocked that I lost focus for a moment during the show. These are the kinds of unexpected moments that happen after serving in the military, he laughed. Yeah, that was really cute. And they even had an eye contact with each other. Priceless. Alright. Additionally, he performed songs from his special album Hope on the Street Volume 1, which he released while serving in the military. This album, heavily inspired by his artistic roots in street dance, includes the title track Neuron, which he rearranged into a new jack swing style for the encore. His performance featured a street dance segment centered around a speaker placed in the middle of the stage, further emphasizing his connection to the genre. BTS group songs such as Airplane Part 2, Mic Drop, Bepse, and Disease were also given a fresh twist with J-Hope's solo performance. Fans passionately sang along while chanting the names of all the BTS members, creating an emotional moment. The concert featured a grand stage production with 26 LED lifts rising and falling throughout the performance, symbolizing the path J-Hope has walked, the heights he aspires to reach, and the obstacles he continues to overcome. This concert is a reflection of all the emotions I've felt along the way, he shared. And it turns out a lot of journalists have commented on the sets, right? The concert sets. And it was quite beautiful, impressive, and inspiring. It began with this, right? And it changed colors, and it actually changed the structure too. So that was pretty cool. All right. Following the successful Seoul concert, J-Hope will embark on a large-scale tour, spanning 15 cities with a total of 31 shows, kicking off in Brooklyn on March 13th. Notably, he will perform at LA BMO Stadium on April 4th and 6th, making him the first Korean solo artist to headline the venue. His tour has also attracted international media attention. In January, Forbes highlighted his return to the global stage, stating, "This tour marks J-Hope's grand comeback and the beginning of a new chapter." Having previously headlined Lollapalooza as the first Korean artist, J-Hope is no stranger to commanding massive crowds. This July, he will once again take center stage as a headliner at Lollapalooza Berlin, held at Germany's Olympiastadion, which seats over 70,000 people. J-Hope also has special plans for BTS' debut anniversary on June 13th. Following Jin's fan event last year after his discharge, J-Hope will meet with 613 lucky fans for an exclusive offline gathering titled Sweet Dreamland, celebrating the milestone in a meaningful way. Now, I know some of you are raising eyebrows about this point because this is not true. So this reporter wrote a great review, but the ending, that's not a fact. So this event they're talking about is this one. J-Hope's special offline event, Sweet Dreamland. And it's gonna happen on March 7th, on the day that Sweet Dreams will be released. So I think that journalist got confused with something else. But it is true that there will be 613 participants who will be randomly selected, right? But as opposed to what this article said, it's not an event to be happening on June 13th, the BTS debut anniversary. So just letting you know. Hopefully, our journalist Hwang Ji-young will correct this segment. But anyways, overall, it was comprehensive. It was one of the most comprehensive reviews. And I decided to start with this one. All right, so thank you, Hwang Ji-young, journalist. All right. Let's move on to this one. By MTN News, journalist named Chun Yun-hye, BTS J-Hope's dance is the real deal. How he captivated ARMY all on his own. All right. J-Hope has once again proven why he is BTS' main dancer. His non-stop performance brought the concert's identity to life. Some of the stuff have been already said, so I'll skip. This marks his solo world tour in his 12-year career. Since being discharged from the military last October, he has been preparing for his solo activities, and ahead of the release of his digital single, Sweet Dreams, on March 7th, he chose to meet fans through this concert. The concert title, Hope on the Stage, not only signifies J-Hope on stage, but also represents hopes, wishes, and dreams expressed in various ways. The event was a journey through J-Hope's path as a solo artist. Reports indicate that he was actively involved in the concert's planning, structure, and direction. Over 3 days, J-Hope performed for a total of 37,500 fans, delivering a 21-song set list on the final night. And I think this is excluding the songs that he performed during Encore. I think. The concert was structured into 5 sections: ambitions, dream, expectation, fantasy, and wish, each mirroring the narratives he has shared through his music. Through these 5 sections, he portrayed his journey of finding his artistic identity as a solo artist and his vision for the future. Above all, he showcased his musical roots, street dance, without holding back. His intense yet controlled moves filled the stage with overwhelming energy, making it feel complete even when he performed alone. When joined by his dancers, he exuded youthful charm and excitement. His top-tier breakdancing wowed ARMY, and even in moments where he let his body move freely to the music, every movement was sharp and precise, leaving a lasting impression. His vocals, blended with the live band, added another layer of charm. Despite the demanding choreography, his voice remained stable from start to finish, captivating the audience with his clean, powerful tone. His charismatic rapping over fast beats further heightened the intensity. Yeah, and I was quite impressed by his live performances, his live vocals. Of course, with these like top tier concerts organized by large companies, there are usually some of the like vocal correction features ingrained, but even then he had to practice through like breath control, for example, and his vocals really sounded stable, and it felt it just showed how much he practiced, right? And he shared his how much he has put in his efforts into this concert during Weverse Live a few days before the concert, saying, he felt like this concert could become a opportunity for further growth, right, as a solo artist. Having to handle a 2-hour concert all by himself is a different level of stuff that you don't get to experience if just a member of a group, right? So that was special. Also, the live bands was fantastic. I love concerts with live bands. All right, moving on. The audience's reaction to J-Hope's passionate performance was equally electrifying. From the second section onward, the entire crowd stood up, dancing along and singing in unison. Moved by this, J-Hope shared his heartfelt gratitude, saying, "Even if I pour my heart into making good music, I always wonder if it would mean anything without listeners. I'm truly grateful." One of the most exciting moments of the night was the exclusive pre-release performance of Sweet Dreams featuring Miguel. J-Hope introduced the song as a serenade for his fans, creating a dreamy atmosphere. In response, the audience lit up their phone flashlights, turning the venue into a sea of twinkling lights. The stage production further amplified the concert's visual and auditory appeal. The main stage featured 25 lifts with an additional lift on the substage to enhance movement and dynamics. The lifts adjusted their height and arrangement in real time to match the music, transforming into a staircase or even a train, making the stage design feel alive. Yeah, once again, coming back to the stage set. These elements symbolize the path J-Hope is walking as an artist. Special effects like fireworks, fire columns, lasers, and air shots added to the spectacle, leaving the audience mesmerized. Nice. J-Hope wrapped up his first solo concert successfully, fully immersed in the experience alongside the thousands of ARMYs. The energy was so intense that both he and the fans were left early drained after the 2-hour and 30-minute show. BTS member Jin also attended to show his support. Yeah, and we've talked about that, right? Adorable. All right, so that was that. Thank you to journalist Chun Yun-hye from MTN News for a nice review. And this one is my favorite, by a journalist named Lee Jae-hoon from Newsys. Here we go. BTS J-Hope's visible songs, audible dance. Hope found in Pandora's box. Okay. Visible songs, audible dance. Hope found in Pandora's box. All right, here we go. Here's the first sentence. A serious identity, a sharp sense of entertainment. BTS J-Hope is a prime example of how a dancer turned rapper with roots in street dance can master the art of storytelling on stage. He understands how to merge authenticity, staying true to his roots, with entertainment in a way that leaves a lasting impression. His performance made songs visible and dance audible, compressing his life story into a single stage. Ooh, I love this. Huh. His first world tour, Hope on the Stage in Seoul, kicked off on March 2nd at KSB Dome in Songpagu, Seoul. The choice of opening song set the tone for the night. A track built on old school hip hop influences, exploring the clash between his external and internal selves. What If, which samples Shimmy Shimmy Ya by Old Dirty Bastard of the legendary 90s hip hop group Wu-Tang Clan, was the first song on the setlist. J-Hope then divided deeper into his own identity with Pandora's Box as the second song of the night. The concept of Pandora's Box is central to J-Hope's stage name. Inspired by Greek mythology, his name combines the J from Chung Woo-seok, his surname, and Hope, the last thing left inside Pandora's Box. His song, Pandora's Box, expands on this idea with lyrics like, a light left in Pandora's box, projected onto an untamed boy, till the end, framed to be BTS Hope, the destined ceremony, J to the Hope, Chung to the Himang meaning hope, Jack in the box, Pandora's hand, the one hope that remains. Through bridge videos, J-Hope illustrated the contrast between himself inside and outside of Pandora's box, proving his skill as a visual storyteller. But the concept wasn't just metaphorical. It was physically embodied on stage. The performance featured J-Hope trapped inside, then breaking free from a literal Pandora's box, extending his narrative beyond the screen and into the real world. Each of the 25 lifts on the main stage was equipped with LED panels, turning them into the individual Pandora's boxes that moved dynamically, rising, falling, and merging into clusters to heighten tension. During Daydream, J-Hope appeared to fall into a massive box-like room, visually trapped in a dreamlike state. For Airplane and Airplane Part 2, an LED bridge connecting the main and substages transformed into an up and down motion track, making it seem as though he was performing on a moving train. Beautiful. When J-Hope performed his upcoming digital single Sweet Dreams, the stage transformed into a floating cloudscape. Reflecting on his post-military thoughts on music, he shared, "Lately, I feel like the world lacks love. I ask myself, have I ever made a proper love song? And that's how this track came to be." The inclusion of songs from his special album, Hope on the Street Volume 1, solidified the concert as a chronicle of his artistic evolution. One of the most moving performances of the night was Lock/Unlock, a duet featuring choreography inspired by locking, a dance style defined by abrupt pauses that resemble locking one's body in place. The track was produced by legendary musician Nile Rodgers, Cheek, and producer Benny Blanco, with lyrics centered on control, breaks, and steps. The song explores personal boundaries in human relationships. J-Hope has previously stated in his Hope on the Street documentary that in life, it's important to know when to hold yourself back, when to let go, and when to unlock. That message was powerfully communicated through his dance. For J-Hope, better yet for Chung Woo-seok, dance has always been the foundation of his identity. His journey traces back to his hometown of Gwangju, where he was part of the dance crew Neuron since middle school. The name Neuron itself refers to the nervous system, a fleeting a fitting parallel to how dance has stimulated J-Hope's entire being from a young age. Appropriately, Lock on Lock was the final encore song of the night. Reflecting on his artistry, he mused, how many artists out there can craft a full performance using street dance as a main medium? This is a stage built with sincerity. I've been dancing since I was a kid, and I wanted to showcase my roots in a genuine way. That's what this album represents, and that's why the stage means so much to me. He added, seeing people appreciate a performance that comes from the heart, what could make me happier than this? As the concert reached its climax, J-Hope powered through a high-energy segment featuring one verse, mic drop, and chicken noodle soup, unleashing an intense storm of energy that left the crowd breathless. This concert marked J-Hope's first solo performance since his military discharge in October 2023, and his first time on stage since BTS Yet to Come in Busan in October 2022, nearly 2.5 years ago. His presence as a soloist was undeniable, living up to his reputation as the first ever Korean artist to headline Lollapalooza, Chicago. The audience response was explosive, even shocking J-Hope himself. It's been so long since my last concert, I never expected ARMY's energy and support to be this overwhelming. March 2nd also marked exactly 7 years since the release of his first mixtape, Hope World. Acknowledging this, he said, I don't feel embarrassed or regretful about my past work. Every song I made has contributed to who I am. Music is something I create with that mindset. He continued, of course, not everyone would like the same music. Everyone has different tastes, and I respect that. But when I listen back to the songs I made in those early days, I hear that youthful energy. To everyone who has supported me and believed in me all these years, I'm incredibly grateful. J-Hope proved just how powerful it is when an artist filled with positivity and hope transmits that energy directly to a live audience. He and ARMY opened Pandora's box together, not to reinforce the idea that hope is trapped inside, but to flip that notion entirely. In J-Hope's world, Pandora's box is not about the certainty of despair, but the defiance of it. That's the true essence of a hopeful narrative. I'm your hope and you are my hope. J-Hope's signature phrase wasn't just a greeting. It became a spell or a mantra that resonated throughout the night. Sweet. Among the audience were BTS oldest member Jin, who was recently discharged from the military, and HYBE chairman Bang Xiao, the man who first discovered BTS. Across the 3 days, a total of 37,500 fans gathered, with 12,500 attendees per night. J-Hope will continue his world tour with stops in Brooklyn and other North American cities before heading to Asia for performances in Saitama, Singapore, Jakarta, Bangkok, Macau, Taipei, and Osaka. Beautiful review. Thanks to Lee Jae-hoon, the journalist Lee Jae-hoon from, I think it's Newsys? Not Newsys? I might be wrong. But yeah, Newsys, yeah, that's correct. I love this review because it was not only comprehensive, but added like a context, and it was kind of metaphorical, and the analysis was quite good, you know. It just showed how informed this journalist is of the kind of music that J-Hope has been producing, right? So I love that. So thank you once again for creating great reviews. All right, moving on to this one. I think this is relatively short. Maybe not. All right. This one is by Han Soo-jin from Money Today. Alright, BTS J-Hope's Infinite Hope Recipe Awakens Every Sense. That's the title. He wasn't just enough on his own. He was overflowing. That was the first sentence. J-Hope of BTS launched his first solo world tour 12 years after his debut, kicking it off in Seoul. With this tour title mirroring his name, Hope, he embodied that, every essence on stage, filling the venue with boundless energy. Neither excessive nor lacking, J-Hope on stage lived up to his name. Through an unending wave of sensory vibrations, he delivered electrifying euphoria, and with large-scale, multi-layered visual effects, he crafted a breathtaking epic that resonated with deep emotion. On March 2nd, J-Hope opened the show with a powerful four-song sequence: What If, Pandora's Box, Arson, and Stop. There are no bad people in the world. This opening set list, part of the Ambition section, was drawn from his first solo album, Jack in the Box, reflecting his desire to break free from existing molds and redefine himself as a solo artist. J-Hope, known for his sharp and commanding rap delivery, elevated the experience with explosive live vocals, 26 dynamic lifts, and massive four-sided LED screens. The lifts adjusted their height and formation in real time to match his music and movements, sometimes forming boxes, sometimes becoming stairways that carried him to greater heights. But Hope on the Stage wasn't just a performance space. J-Hope turned it into a grand narrative where dreams, ambition, hope, and love intersected. His intense rapping and high-energy performances pounded like a heartbeat, while his delicate emotions and deep musicality soothed the soul. Every movement, every lyric reflected his journey, where he's been and where he's headed. And in the moments when he and the audience became one, the stage transcended its physical dimension, overflowing with something far greater than just a concert. Nice. So I've for this in this article, I selected some of the parts that I was kind of touched by. So that's it for this one. Thank you to Hansujin, journalist Hansujin from Money Today. This one's also short. From 동아일보, journalist 사지원. From street dance to romantic melodies, BTS J-Hope, everything was perfect. ARMY is the best. That's the title. J-Hope's concert was a seamless portrayal of his journey as both a BTS member and a solo artist, flowing naturally from one moment to the next. The 25 stage lifts, each equipped with LED screens on all four sides, moved dynamically, rising and falling to transform into stairs, boxes, and even a train, creating a visually stunning set. More than anything, the show felt like a preview of the raw and authentic performances BTS will bring when they make their long-awaited comeback. And yeah, I agree with that. A lot of fans must have thought, like J-Hope himself is this crazy, the concert experience. So what would it be like if the entire group reunites? All right, moving on to CBS No Cut News, Kim Soo-jung, journalist, titled, It Will All Become Part of Me, J-Hope's concert, a tribute to his roots. Even if I make good music and pour my heart into it, what would it really mean? And would it really mean anything without people to listen and enjoy it? With these words, J-Hope expressed his gratitude and respect for the packed audience, proving himself to be a true solo artist through his Hope on the Stage concert. For over 2 hours, he commanded the stage alone, captivating the crowd with a performance that was as intense as it was immersive. On March 2nd, the final night of Hope on the Stage unfolded at KSPO Dome, radiating an almost tangible energy. The show felt like a living, breathing entity, pulsating with heat, movement, and raw emotion. Let's see. Let's skip the parts that we talked about. Or here. As the lifts moved up and down at varying heights, J-Hope emerged in full rock star mode, kicking off the night with What If. Pandora's Box followed, perfectly complementing the intensity of the opener. The live band's drum and instrumental arrangement added an extra punch, making the song's impact even stronger. Then came Arson, a track that lived up to its name with the stage bursting with flames and fiery visuals. J-Hope dramatically removed one glove, flicked a lighter, and ignited the energy in the room. Scorch marks were left across the lifts, reinforcing the song's theme of destruction. As the music reached its climax, he whispered arson, sending the audience into an explosive frenzy of cheers. Before even formally greeting the crowd, J-Hope tested the volume of the cheers, laughing. "Is this the power of ARMY?" He then confidently declared, "I have a feeling tonight will be the best performance yet." True to his word, he gave everything he had, flawlessly delivering over 20 songs from his setlist. The second section, Dream, was built around tracks from his 2024 mini-album, Hope on the Street, Volume 1, an album deeply rooted in its origins, street dance. Naturally, this part of the show felt the most organic to him. Dressed in streetwear, he launched into a solo version of On the Street, followed by Lock on Lock, I Don't Know, and I Wonder. With cityscapes flashing on the LED screens, he turned to the audience and asked, "You'll walk with me, right?" After an energetic dance break with an international crew, a male dancer joined him for Lock on Lock, while a female dancer took the stage for I Don't Know, each interpreting the song's emotions through movements. The fans sing along during I Wonder was so powerful that J-Hope joked, "I might as well stop singing and just let you all take over." Given that Hope on the Street Volume 1 is a love letter to his street dance roots, J-Hope made sure to emphasize their importance. I've been thinking how many artists can truly translate street dance into a full-scale performance like this. There are so many incredible dancers these days, but I've been doing this since I was young. Street dance is my foundation, and I wanted to express that truthfully. That's how the album came to be, and that's why the stage is so deeply meaningful to me. The third section, Expectation, was the most diverse, showcasing a mix of 2015 free tracks, BTS group songs, and a solo work from BTS albums. Hearing J-Hope's own take on Mic Drop, Bepse, and Disease gave the performances a refreshing twist. Also, for outro Ego, he incorporated his dancers into an intricate routine with the jaw-dropping moment at the end where he appeared to fall backward, adding a dramatic final touch. This section also maximized the stage effects. Hangsang took the production to new heights, literally, by fully elevating the substage lift and projecting the concert poster onto the floor using lasers. Meanwhile, Airplane and Airplane Part 2 transformed the LED bridge into a moving train, seamlessly linking the main and substages. But perhaps the most striking element of the night was J-Hope's attitude towards his older songs. Rather than distancing himself from his past work, he embraced it with pride. Speaking about his 2018 mixtape Hope World, he said, "That album, I was so young when I made it, but I don't feel embarrassed or regret anything. Everything I've created becomes part of me. It all adds to who I am." He continued, "Listening back, I can hear how pure my approach to music was back then. Hope World and Daydream. They had this youthful energy. It was my first album, and it will always hold a special place in my heart." And then it talks about the fourth section, Theme Imagination, feature his mixtape title track Daydream, and then Chicken Noodle Soup and Hope World. I think these were discussed in previous articles, right? Reflecting on his creative process post-military service, J-Hope shared, "Love is such a simple emotion." Yep, we've talked about that too. Let's move on to this one. All right. As he took in the sight of the euphoric crowd, J-Hope stretched out his arms as if to embrace them all. The sheer energy of the night had even caught him off guard. "Honestly, I had no idea the energy and support would be this intense," he admitted. "I feel so incredibly proud. I want to show the whole world how this fandom and this artist create something so powerful together." He ended with a promise. "I'm happiest when I'm on stage, when I'm here with you. I will keep singing, dancing, and rapping to be your source of hope." As the night came to a close, he turned to the crowd and shouted, "You made the best choice coming to the final show. We were perfect tonight. But really, it's not about me. ARMY is the best." And then it talks about BTS eldest member Jin making a surprise appearance. As the cameras caught him on the screen, he mouthed, "J-Hope, I love you," sending the audience into a frenzy. And then it talks about how he's embarking on a world tour. So, thank you to journalist Kim Soo-jung for a nice review. This one's relatively shorter. Can J-Hope stand alone without BTS? The answer is yes. That's the title. BTS J-Hope has cemented his presence as a solo artist, proving that he doesn't just hold his own, he thrives. By the way, this is an article by An Tae-hyun, journalist from News One. From the very moment he appeared on stage, the concert was a spectacle. And it talks about the main stage, 25 lifts, all the installations that the journalists have been commenting on. Performing What If, he set the stage ablaze from the start. With each song, the stage transformed, offering new visual experiences that kept the audience captivated. While J-Hope has always showcased seamlessly synergy with his BTS members, his solo performance was a display of his own unique artistry. With this show, he firmly established himself as J-Hope, the solo artist, paving his own path with undeniable presence. Closing out his unforgettable solo performances, which marked the start of his world tour, J-Hope took a moment to express gratitude to both his fans and BTS Jin, who attended to show his support. Yep. And then talking about his promise, "I'll keep singing, dancing, and rapping with all my heart, continuing to be a source of hope for you on stage." With that, With that, J-Hope made it clear he's not just a member of BTS, he's a powerhouse in his own right. Nice. Another short one. So you could see that these journalists were impressed by the set design, J-Hope's energy, and how he incorporated his roots in street dance into the performances and the audience energy, right? This one by Kim Hyo-jung, journalist from Economic Review, said, "Hope rising on stage, J-Hope's serenade of love." J-Hope's Hope on the Stage concert wasn't just about showcasing himself on stage. It was about bringing hope, wishes, and dreams to life. From his beginnings as Smile Hoya, a dancer from Gwangju, to becoming a global star as BTS J-Hope, the concert fully captured his journey. Since this was his first solo concert and world tour in 12 years, J-Hope poured his energy not only into his performance, but also into the concert's planning, structure, and direction. His personal touch was evident throughout, from the meticulously curated set list to the overall design and execution of the show. And that's it. So, thank you to all these journalists for writing great reviews. And I'm sure there are other good ones out there, or even better ones, that I didn't get to include in this video. But it seems like they really enjoyed the experience, right? And like I told you, my favorite review was this one by Lee Jae-hoon, journalist. Yeah. Great writing, though. But anyways, that one. But overall, the concert was incredible. So he really does deserve these positive reviews, right? Stunning presence and great music and incredible performances. Let's end with this message that J-Hope shared yesterday. Where is it? He says something like this. Our armies, your concert vlogs are so fun. I watched one and now they keep popping up in my algorithm, so I keep watching them. It feels like I'm experiencing the concert through your eyes, and it's such a fresh feeling. I wonder, Do you feel the same way when you watch my behind the scenes, or is it different? Either way, I think I'm going through post-concert withdrawal. Post-concert withdrawal. 콘서트 후유증. I must have had too much fun. And yeah, that's what happens, right? When you had a great time at a concert, after you come back from it, you read other people's reviews to see how others felt, and you're still in that zone, right? And that inspires us, that gives us fresh energy to go on in our own lives. And then we can expect much more from these guys, from J-Hope and other members too. So March 7th is when Sweet Dreams will be released. I'm gonna looking forward to, the actual song to be released, and J-Hope's world tour. Good luck, and then I hope all the armies who will be attending concerts in person have a lot of fun. Sounds good. Let me know what you thought about these reviews by different journalists. And let me know which one was your favorite part, what you were impressed by, or what you were touched by. Okay? With that, see you next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.